okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I heard he's mad at me 'cause I'm getting.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It may be hard to find a running lane today. The Chargers are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Raiders team that will need to figure out how much he can count on the run.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. They give him a gain of 38.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. To throw on second down, Holland. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Fresh set of downs here. Back to throw. Holland. And his pass incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go. Ryan 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Running left, it's Perkins. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Operating from the gun. Holland. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Let's go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing. Let's go. What?
Here's Perkins on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They go with Perkins again, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Let's go. Round.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. On 4th down, Holland. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here we go now. 3, like catching now. Barney. Leopard.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 11. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short. They elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Let's go. Now a
shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And I think the ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Holland. And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can.
He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Looking to throw. Holland. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up. On 3rd down, Holland. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. That is caught at the 7. A good pickup there at 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Detroit! No. Check. Here we go. Detroit!
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Come on, let's go!
They'll try right side with Perkins. They find some open field here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Perkins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. The play fake. Holland. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Jonathan Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Oakland. And even 60 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass, because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded at the 8. A little juke. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go.
Again, they go to Perkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we've seemingly lost communication with Larry. Good news, though, both teams somehow already back on the field and ready for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Holland going right side here, and that's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Back to throw. Holland. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
Had the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now.
Come on, let's go. 538. 538. 48. Ohio. Flex round. Let's go. Flex round.
From the gun on third down. Holland. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. With this drive, oh, he's come alive and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. And the Raiders Raiders have got him. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D lineman, you play the run.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Out of the pistol, Perkins. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. To throw on 2nd down. Holland. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, Holland. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Raiders have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. The give, Perkins running left, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Off play action. Holland. Throwing left side, it's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off down at the 2. And some space here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out come the Chargers. Give, it's Perkins, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second down following the run.
Here we go.
A handoff to Perkins. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. From the gun, Holland. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now a handoff looking right. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now they try the right side here. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go counter. Perkins. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Holland. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw on third down. Holland. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Throwing on first down. Holland. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off near his own 48. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And now they'll run it here off tackle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And this one through the uprights and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop them. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go now.
And they'll run it here. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory.